me take a moment to welcome everybody to this video. Today is November 13th, 2025, or at least the time of this filming is. Probably we'll put this out in a few more days, but I am here in a very special place to me for a couple reasons. One, this is Nani's house. It doesn't look like it right now, but we are in Nani's house. This is the site of the new Christmas Central for 2025. And, you know, in addition to all the changes that are going on, of course, one thing stays the same, and that is a new Christmas logo, which means, like I just said, we're going to have a new Christmas logo. So, you know, last year we went with the red and green kind of carnival, playful excitement, you know, whatever you want to say. I always have a lot of different words when it comes to my Christmas logos and, you know, how I classify them. Now, maybe you've guessed from what little of this Christmas Central I've shown, and also the colors I'm wearing, and sort of the colors you can see, that we are going back to a blue and white feature this year. And blue and white, you know, taking out of it the Nani element of it, and obviously this is going to be a very sentimental Christmas for a number of reasons, but even taking that out of it, blue and white isn't a color that has occurred in my Christmas past, even going back to that classic Christmas in '99, I can remember blue and white, but besides that is honestly not the reason I picked these colors, because believe it or not, I generally plan my Christmases like 3 or 4 years in advance in terms of what my theming is going to be. But I'm sure you guys want to see the new logo. In many ways, you know, I don't want to downplay it or overplay it, but in many ways this is kind of what you come to expect from me with a Christmas logo. You know, many hours, you know, many efforts were made, you know, to make sure that this could be the best logo it could be. It's always the, you know, biggest logo I make every year. It is the visual representation of Christmas, and, you know, last year was such a great one, and I want to follow it up with another amazing one. And, you know, it doesn't, you know, end with the logo, but it's definitely a great start. So I'd like to present officially, for the first time on camera, the 2025 Christmas logo as designed by yours truly. And of course, now we'll get a closer look at it here. And this is a shape that, you know, I always talk about the shape of Christmas logos. This was a challenge, and even looking at it now, I'm happy with it, but I still feel like, you know, it went through a lot of alterations that I'm not really showing here. But I generally go from like a sketching concept and on and on. And I kind of knew that in addition to the blue, which was very important, I wanted just sort of a gradient, which again is not as evident on the photo representation of it, but on video it looks a lot more vibrant. The blue and kind of teal colors I used. But also that kind of like, I don't know if you call it like an ice chunk effect, where it's like, you know, it's a fractured shape. Like it's got kind of weird corners and cut edges on it. That's done on purpose, and I think it adds to the overall fun of this logo, because the last time I did a blue and white logo, and again, the colors generally don't match up to anything. Sometimes they do, but last time I did a pure blue and white logo was for Christmas 2020, which had a little bit more of a subdued tone to it. This Christmas is going to be kind of a mix of things, and I wanted this logo to kind of capture that. Like, yeah, this is going to be maybe a step back from 2024, which was probably one of the more colorful Christmases I've ever done, honestly, just in terms of presentation. So, yeah, these are things I think about. As you guys know, if you watch my videos for a while, every year I go for a slightly different feel, but I never really leave anything out. Like, I'm not going to say, you know, because this is blue and white, there's not going to be any red and green. In fact, there's even red and green in this logo a little bit. And of course, we have our Christmas tree shapes, which will be the sort of feature graphic, whatever. We might see that on some promotional materials. So, I mean, it's always fun to me, you know, and it's even fun. It's more fun to look back years later and see, like, oh, that was from Christmas, you know, 2022. Like, you know, that was from Christmas 2019. Like, it's got the logo, it's got different style to it, and, you know, the icons and everything mean a lot. So, yeah, we'll obviously be seeing a lot more of this logo. It is always weird, you know, you know, you start a new Christmas season. It's not so much that you ended the last one, it's continuing, you know, like Christmas 2024 is evolving, you know, into the next edition, so to speak. And so I had the same thing with this logo. Again, I started from scratch, like I always do, and I'm starting Christmas Central, not just from scratch, but from a new location, so I think I've said that before, haven't I? I really have. But, anyway. That's all I really have to say right now on the Christmas logo for 2025. Like I said, we'll be seeing it a lot more in future videos. Hopefully you liked this first look. And as always, thank you guys for watching By Productions. This is my favorite time of the year. I mean, December a little bit more so, but even now, because right now we are building towards something. We can't quite see it yet, but Christmas is going to be on us very soon, and I can't wait. I know you guys can't wait. So again, if you're watching this video, thank you so much for supporting me for several years now. New location, you know, same crazy logos and everything. And I got a lot more Christmas Central to show. So thank you again for watching. Merry Christmas 2025 By Productions.